Bergeron, myself, Andrew Raycroft. We are on the Jordan's Furniture Leather Couch, and we are excited for the 6th edition of our show. We are 2-2-1, fellas. How's everything going?
Good. Very excited to be here, actually. I was looking forward to that all day, and looking forward to getting over 500 tonight.
Yes, let's go.
We need a win. We need a win. We'll get over 500. Make sure, everybody, to hashtag NESN Views. Send us some questions. Reach out to us on social media. Casey Hudson's over in the other studio. She will be with us very soon, and she will be directing traffic when it comes to all the social media side and the questions. So give us some good ones. Keep us interested tonight. Guess we've got Jonathan Papelbon coming in. He's going to come in real hot, I'm assuming. Mardi Gras is somewhat going on, so this should be real good with Jonathan. And then Brian Boyle, who is doing the studio show for the guys. He did the pregame, postgame, doing the intermissions, and he's going to join us here in the second intermission. But Carolina Hurricanes are on tap. The trade deadline tomorrow. Lots going on in the National Hockey League. The Bruins are 3 points out of the playoffs. What's the message tonight? What's the pregame thought, Captain?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of uncertainty right now with the trade deadline and all that. I know if you look at the start of the year, maybe the expectations were a little different than where they're at now. But I think right now, you got to keep that in the past and look forward. And I want to see the fight. I want to see the urgency. I want to see the guys that are battling for one another and disregarding all the distractions around them.
Yeah, well said. I think, there's still, you look at the standings right here, they're still in it, but I would like to see them play for their lives tonight. A lot of talk about Marshy being traded, whatnot, put that aside, and I don't think anybody should feel safe right now. Go out there and fight for your jobs. Well,
that's it, and you don't want to be part of this, and the best way to do that on a lot of occasions is put a huge effort in and play to your abilities and stay focused on it. And again, anything can happen here. There's a lot of time left.
Yes.
You get on a 6-game run. There's 9 teams in the mix here. You can put a dent in it. You can get scary to other teams and really get yourself back into this very easily.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that should be the message. That should be the mindset, is that we take it a game at a time. But then, if we get on the roll here, things will change pretty quick. And then, it's going to be a lot of fun to get to the rink. And so that's really important, I think.
Yeah, I think that win one, lose one, it's not going to work anymore. You really need to put on a streak because other teams are right there with you, and they're going to win games too. So you really need to get on a roll.
Oh, and you're going to have to beat good teams like this.
Yeah.
That's just the reality of it. It doesn't matter who you're up against, but being in Carolina, it's a tough place to play. The best road team in the country, in the league. We're going to get that. Coming up next is Puck Drop here on Unobstructed Views, presented by Coors Banquet. Welcome back into the couch. Just about ready for puck drop down in Raleigh, North Carolina. Boston versus the Carolina Hurricanes. We're here, Unobstructed Views, presented by Coors Banquet. And as always, we have to go out on our limbs and pick stars for tonight's game. I'm going first because I'm the host, and I am going with Nikita Zadorov. I expect Zadorov, the leading plus-minus player, the leading penalty minutes in the entire National Hockey League as well. Zadorov's going to get a goal and an assist tonight.
And you're right. You're going to need him, to step up with those two guys, McAvoy and Lindholm, out. So,
what do you got, Bergie? You're up next.
My pick
Big
is
surprise coming up, I bet.
very surprising. It's I'm going with David
can't go Brad Marshy on this time.
Exactly.
He's only with Marshy. He tried to go Marshy, but we wouldn't let him.
Yeah, I'll go with my second favorite. I'll go with David Pastrnak. Stating the obvious, but he's been on the tear lately. He's the heart and soul of the team offensively, and looking for him to have a great night. He always plays well in Carolina. Actually, yes,
it's
tonight's the night. I'm going to call it again in this spot for a nice one-timer on the power play.
All right.
What do you got, Tukes?
Goalies stick together. We like to build a team from ground up. Goalies defense. So I'm gonna pick Mason Lohrei defense. Very skilled guy. I think he's due for some highlight reel goals maybe today. Maybe even 2 goals. I think what I've been seeing, like he kind of pulls this stuff out of nowhere at times in the ozone.
Very skilled.
He's very skilled and moves the puck well, skates well. So, hey, one of our guys is gonna get a goal.
Somebody on the back end is gonna let her rip. One of our 2 guys, and Mace has been good. He's been really stepping up and continues to build on the back end, but offensively, it's no problem for him. Folks, I talked about Casey Hudson. She is now available in the other studio. There she is. She's in front of her computer. The laptop's cooking. Casey, what do you got for us? Hashtag NESN Views for everybody out there.
Oh, yeah. Hashtag NESN Views. Everybody start bringing in the questions. I know that they're going to have some questions for you guys about the trade deadline. We're so close to the drama. But before we get to any tweets, I have to ask y'all, is there a player that you would want to come back to Boston? There's a bit of a trend going on right now. Some homecomings. You got Riley Smith going back to the Misfits. You got Yanni Gourde heading back to Tampa Bay playing tonight. So is there anyone you guys would pick?
Mark Recchi, bring him back.
I was gonna go. I was
quick
thinking,
on the draw.
What do you got?
Is this like a current player or whoever?
No, I think
Make it whoever. Make it whoever.
Whoever. My buddy Sean Thorne, bring him back and he'll start fighting some people.
I feel like tonight's going to be physical, so that would help.
Yes.
I'll go Krejci. I mean, one of our friend of the show, David Krejci.
That's a good pick, yeah.
Yeah, David Krejci, friend of the show. Everything's good over there? Everything's good in your world, Casey? What do you think? What do the Bruins got? You're 0-0-1. So you're 500, but you haven't got a win yet either. Are you nervous?
Yeah, because you just keep putting the pressure back on.
Yeah, absolutely.
You said it the first time. I was hoping you'd say nothing tonight.
No, I didn't forget at all.
That's where you open things up. But you know what? If they can come out swinging, get heavy on the hits, I think we can at least have an interesting game. And if nothing else, maybe I can at least go 0-0-2. Is that?
Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that. Well, you're still 500 some way, somehow. All right, thanks, Case. We'll get back to you in a bit. It's about puck drop here. We've got Jonas Korpisalo in goal for the Boston Bruins. We got Peter Kochetkov in goal for the Carolina Hurricanes. Charlie Coyle, Elias Lindholm, Ryan Tufte out there as the first starting line for the Bruins, and they win the draw.
Is Freddie Anderson still in the team?
Freddie Anderson is back. He's back, and he is backing up. Yep.
Peter Look out for Carolina they always have strong starts, and it always kind of gets them going in the game, especially early in the game. So if the Bruins are able to kind of have a good start and keep them in check, if you will, and that might be helpful for them to get a good result.
They used to get like close to 20 shots.
My God. It was automatic.
Just throw everything at the net.
Yes. Yeah. The first was trying to just like this, I guess, let him just get out there and take some shots, and then make sure you try to get out of the period at least 0-0 or 1.
Keep them on the outside counter, no odd man rushes. And the Bruins did not do that last time, if everyone remembers, on Halloween Day. They got smoked 8-2.
That wasn't our game, though, was it?
No, that wasn't us.
No,
good. Fortunately, it wasn't us.
Yeah, we just worry about our game.
Exactly.
We were worried
about
our
the
record.
other losses.
Carolina Hurricanes have a lot of distraction in their rooms. So everybody, you know, talking about the deadline, and it's happening in all the different rooms. And the reality is the guys, for the most part, put it out, right? Like no one's talking about it.
No.
You know, everyone's got their own kind of place where they're at. Most guys aren't getting traded. Obviously, there's one or two guys on a team, and you kind of know who those guys are. You leave it alone, right? It's not
100%.
It's not talked about, folks. It really isn't. I know it. All the hockey fans, and it's a great time to hot stove and make fantasy football type deals, but within the room, guys aren't dealing with it.
No, I think it's, if anything, maybe individually, if you're like really on the blocks, there's a lot of rumors, maybe you'll think about it, but not to that extent. I think it's like it's business as usual, and guys they care, they want to do well, they want to make sure, you know, they carry on, and they focus on what they can really control is the game, right? So.
And if you are that guy, you're not talking about it to everybody.
No.
You know, you just.
And if anything, I think like as leaders, you go and talk to them and like have a conversation, see how where they're at. You know, they're in their heads. If you know, do they feel like it's been really tough to handle? It's been, you know, challenging, or you know, are they able to carry on and not really worry about it?
I think nowadays it's like impossible to not hear the noise.
Yeah, you're right.
You go back 10, 15 years, you can kind of block it out by not watching the TV or listening to the radio, but now it's in your face.
Social media.
And you didn't, 90% of the time, no one knew what anyone was thinking anyways, right? Like it wasn't like the GMs were talking to these guys the same way, or things were getting out the same way as it is now.
Very true.
Kochekov there with an old school poke check.
That was nice.
Zaka had a nice
read.
backhand pass. He had a great read from Kochekov.
He's very aggressive. I don't know if he's as aggressive as he was when he first came, but
he's flying poke checks though, huh? Like he'll let it rip.
Yeah.
Korpisalo back in the net. No Jeremy Swayman.
You know, I text Corpy after the last game he won. I'm like, hey, maybe you can go back to Sunshine somewhere and take a month off. Because I don't think he played in
he didn't.
3 or 4 weeks.
No, exactly. And to your point, I talked to him kind of before that. I'm like, you know, it's been a while now, huh? And he's like, yeah, I mean, everyone else is kind of doing it, but it'll be nice to get in this weekend. And he played awesome. He played unbelievable.
He did. And that, like, people who are watching that is not easy thing to do.
Oh, man.
I'm sure.
Coming off a layoff like that, it's
because you need that rhythm, right, to keep
and
keep
you know
going. And
that can snowball quickly the other way too. You let in a couple of goals and now you really don't feel it. And,
it gets in your head more than anything.
Yeah.
You just start thinking like, am I ready? Am I not ready?
so it's the same as for us as for me. Like if you practice, you're like, okay, it's nice, but like it's not the same as a game. It'd be the same for a goalie, like because I feel like the emotions are always different.
Oh, who's hurt? Their guy.
Their guy's hurt.
Well, high stick. I didn't see it.
A high stick, but he's definitely opened up. That's no fun. 2.5 minutes into the game, going to get some work done, knowing you got to play with it the rest of the night too.
Oh, and he hit him too.
Oh, skate.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. That could have been ugly.
That could be dangerous.
That's really dangerous, huh? That's scary.
Yeah, that is.
Future skate coming up and getting Stillman there. Quiet start.
Yeah, so far back and forth, nothing really happening. It's a good face-off. You want to keep that possession there on that face-off, right? You don't want to lose that, especially offensively. You want to be able to
penalty
there.
There. Trip.
Yeah.
Just wondering if they're going to call that.
Yeah, they got him in
that
the
is
neutral
not
zone.
what
Not
you
ideal
want.
chasing in. Casey, you got a tweet before we get Brando going to the box here for a tripping call?
I got one for you. Back to more trade talk.
Yeah.
Jakuri Wrights is asking, who is the most impactful trade deadline acquisition for the Bees in recent memory? Razor, you going to take this one first?
Yeah, I'll take it from my point of view. It would be Charlie Coyle and Johansson in 19. The way those guys filled out the third line and the way big goals in the playoffs all the way through. Those are the guys I think of. That's fairly recent.
Yeah, that's a very good.
We got 2-on-1.
I was going to go, I don't know if it's too, at this point it's over 10 years, but like Rex to me was, made a big impact for myself, but also I think the locker room and its whole and the way that he carried himself and the way that he helped us as leaders to grow and to get better. I think his impact was hard to quantify for our cup win, basically. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go way back too. I think we talked about it a little bit, but Cup here we added Rich Peverly, Thomas Caberle, and and Chris Kelly. So it was
2-on-1 again.
2-on-1.
Let's
Tuukka.
Shot
Seemed
on
like
net,
he was maybe at the end of the shift.
Yeah, exactly. He was out there for 52.
Yeah.
Got lucky there, too. He knocked that puck out of the air. I'm sure we're going to see the replay on this. Almost knocked it out. The Bruins were almost down 5-on-3. Watch this. Out of the air, knocked it. Everybody kind of stopped thinking it was going to go over, and it just barely stayed in.
That's backspin on it?
A little backspin to give him the 2-on-1.
Yeah, that's...
Which was why he's grinding up the ice. You can see him laboring. To that point of Rex, like, I would assume that that's still part, like he's still in one way or another has a fingerprint on the organization to this point,
yes,
right?
100%.
Like of the way things were done and how what you guys implemented over the next 10 years and now Brad being in charge and seeing how that all works, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. And I don't want to speak for Z, but I feel like we all benefited from Rex, right? So I think Z included, and we grew as leaders. We learned how to win. And obviously that trickled down all the way down to Marshy, which it was his first year, in 2011. So 100%, I agree with that. They have a good power play. I like the way they move the puck.
They always have a shot threat now, especially Brent Burns and Gothenburg on the back end. That changes things, huh?
And Burns, he's got a
he's
very
really
good
good
deceptive
at that
shot.
Yeah,
He's
that
got a
wrist.
quick
He
release.
gets it through every time.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Has Rantanen been a kind of a disappointment for them?
Yeah.
Just taking time to...
12 games, 6 points. He's -3 or 4. Never
what
been
he's used
that.
to, I
Not,
guess.
he's a point per player or point per game guy. And I don't know if that's led to all the speculation or just the fact that he hasn't signed or how he's not fit in or.
Yeah.
But
do you see them like trading him again? Like
it's crazy. Like, they traded one of their best. Like Marty Nakes was a heck
He had
of a
a year,
player, and he has contract and term, and so interesting if that. It feels like it could be just noise, right? Like that. It kind of feels like it could. It's kind of snowballing into one of those things where it's real fun to talk about.
right. I would see it again. This
Oh,
game. That could have been really bad.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I'm glad he's
so lucky.
somewhat okay.
So lucky.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see if anything happens there. But it seems like it's just one of those like, hey, this is fun to talk about.
Yeah.
Fantasy trades.
Exactly. And there's so many of them.
So many. But even when he got traded, I was thinking about like we never really had that kind of a trade. I don't think that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was a big trade.
Because I think he wasn't expecting that. I think he.
But I think he was he was up, right? He's up at the end of the year.
Yeah, exactly.
And
So
just
I think
couldn't
that's
agree
what
to
kinda-
terms, and then they were just like, all right, see ya.
Yeah, I think they tried to negotiate it and they couldn't find common ground, and they just decided to strike, I guess.
Yeah.
And again, they got a guy back, another centerman or a big winger that can play the power play with 2 years of contract left as well.
And he was having a great year too, right? He is.
Yeah,
He's having a
that's
great
right.
year,
Ooh, another one?
They got one.
Oh, they're going to call a tight ship tonight, fellas.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bruins will take that one. Good kill.
PP
Huh?
now.
Good,
Yeah,
good
that was a
early
good
kill.
That was really good, yeah.
Porting on the road, and that's the guy we're talking about.
Coach don't like those calls.
No, not at all.
No zone hooking.
Oy.
Hey.
Stick up parallel, I guess.
I don't
Man,
think
oh
you can
man.
argue that one. There you go.
Here it is.
Rantanen.
Get your lead.
Exactly.
He's on the score sheet, man.
Yeah.
That's right. Making a difference.
Jordan Stahl still
Man.
going.
Why was he good at faceoffs, Bergie?
He is
What was he good
very
at?
strong,
Yeah.
gets low,
Yeah.
and he competes on every puck. So, sometimes a faceoff is a battle of will and who's going to, sometimes it doesn't happen on the first try, but then the second or third. And he's one of those guys that just doesn't quit on a puck.
Okay.
So, you knew that if you're facing him, you're in for for a tough night, you know. Like, and he's a big boy too. He's tall. He's heavy.
Yeah.
So, and he's at what he does, he's one of the top guys. Like,
Yeah.
as far as like defensive forwards and the way that he plays and the way that he defends, and you know, like, he might not be putting up the numbers that some people are, but like as far as like defensively, he's definitely up there, and I've always respected his game.
Yeah,
That's why he's got rings.
Yeah, quietly play. I'm just gonna check my stats here.
Like it, Tukes. Get in those
Gordon
stats.
Stahl. Oh, this is a
And he would have went up against you all the time, right?
Yes.
Because he was the defensive guy. Like, you
Yes.
guys jump over the boards, he jumps over the boards, right?
No, 100%.
Oh, boy.
Oh no.
All night. Oh,
Oh, right
That was
under the
a-
glove.
he had him.
Very patient
Good
play
patience by
Aho.
Corpy too.
Really. I know. Corpy.
Did he fan on it?
Aho
Not
just
the
kept
power play we
getting
wanted.
away from the net. No, that's not ideal.
Is
Miscue
that my
there.
guy?
That's your
It's your guy.
Come on, Mason.
A little miscue.
Oh, you got a little whack. Got to get back. Got to get back. Oh,
There's not much room there.
no, there wasn't.
No, that's why I'm wondering if he fanned on it or not.
We'll get a good look of it from here on this angle. Corpy, he just
Oh,
got
around.
his glove was just like.
kind of Aho made his stick longer, got his hands closer together, give him that extra couple inches. Aho has 23 points now in 21 games in his career against the Boston Bruins. He's legit.
Yeah, he's always all over the score sheet every time we've played.
I know, he's a good player, but he's annoying too. Annoying
Yes.
Finn, isn't he?
But he
He's
plays
like always
hard,
in the
man.
mix, but never drops the gloves and kind of just like
Hard to
jabs at
play
you.
against.
Yeah, I know.
Yappy.
Great guy, but I didn't like playing against him just for that reason.
Oh my God.
Short-handed is both teams giving up 2-on-1s, giving up rush chances.
That's Jarvis.
Oh,
Oh my.
gosh.
But that's like there was nothing was wrong, nothing was happening.
Yeah.
They had to control your own power play. 2 shots on net. Then the kind of a mental error, and this
Just like that.
kind of sums up what's been going on. But
It's a good point.
hopefully they can battle.
It's a really
It's
good
a
point.
mental error, but it's also a good play by Aho to like that.
To whack that stick,
little,
yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, the little tap on the stick. Like, it looks
Yeah.
like nothing, but it's a really smart play.
Good point.
And he's able to capitalize right away,
Yes.
right? Like, he knows as soon as, like, he knows what
Yeah.
he's doing with his stick
doesn't-
to
yes.
where it's going to go from there, right? To be first on it.
You think that's kind of like, you know, Lorai's still young. He's kind of like, those are the things you don't think,
It's a good point.
you're not prepared for, you know?
Or the guys who are good at that, like really
Yeah.
good at that,
Yeah.
or not as good as
Yeah.
that, or who are going to be aggressive in
Right.
that. Like,
Like, be extra cautious of, like,
there's
okay.
this guy's here. I can't take that extra split second out here.
Yeah, that one I need to hurry and not like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not.
Maybe the play on that one is to skate and not like worry about the trailer, right?
Yep.
Right.
The drop pass.
Because again, and also I know that Aho's he's in a position here where he's going to close David if I do give it to him too. Like,
he's in
David wasn't going to
mistakes.
be able to do anything with it.
No.
It's a good
No.
save, Rontanen out of the box.
Because I remember my first game against the Leafs, Matt Sundin scored basically from the blue line. Slap shot.
Yeah, you're like, oh, he
You
can
know,
shoot
you're
it.
just kind of like, I'm hanging out here, and like he rips a slap shot top corner. I'm like, wait a minute. What, like, but that's just because like it was my first game, and I'm just kind of like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know
right.
Matt's is good, but you don't
Yeah.
understand how hard he actually
yeah.
shot it. It was ridiculous.
Good
You get
play.
the book on, guys.
It's a good forecheck there.
Oh,
Unlucky.
Icing if you can get there.
Good play again.
Good
on
play
the
by
board.
Corpy.
Yeah, he's
Do
gonna
that
play
up.
that. Yeah.
So do you guys, as goalies, do you guys sometimes like will freeze the puck if you feel like it's been a long shift, or do you guys try to manage that like
Yeah,
as much
for
as you
sure.
can, or
Hockey sense, game
Hockey
management.
sense. A lot of
sometimes I remember
times-
a few times yelling at this guy.
oh,
like,
I was just gonna say a few times. Yeah.
I'm dying.
Tuuk's messing with you, like trying to play
I
it.
just want to keep the
I want to get out of here. I
It's
want to
like-
get out of here. Let's go.
Buddy, freeze that
I
thing.
know. Well, I think it always looked like, because I wanted to play it if I could. Obviously, you kind of get a sense when you grow older and when you have to freeze and when not. But A lot of times I wasn't even going to play it, but it probably looked like I was going to play it. You know, and then.
Yeah.
But that's the communication. Like, you were supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Like, as you.
And I think over the years, we kind of like.
Hand pass.
Commercial.
Commercial break. Bruins down. Sebastian Aho, 1-0 Carolina. We'll be right back. We're back. Unobstructed Views presented by Coors Banquet. Raise a banquet to Bruins hockey. Coors Banquet, the official partner of the Boston Bruins. Bruins are down 1-0, a shorthanded goal by the Carolina Hurricanes, 1-0 halfway through the first period. But we're going to look past that because we've got a World Series champion guest with us this evening. Guys, really excited to bring in Jonathan Papelbon. Thanks for joining us, Pap. Really appreciate you.
Yeah, man, good to be on the show, boys. Just getting back from Mardi Gras. I'm still beamed up. I'm still ready to go. I took Boston tonight in the puck line at plus 1.5, so I hope it doesn't get too ugly tonight.
Yeah, it's still early, Pap.
Lots of time,
Yes.
lots of time.
Right.
Just like your Mardi Gras trip, right? You don't have to go hard right off the bat.
Yeah, especially when you've been there for 4 days.
All right, what do you got for baseball season? What do you got for baseball season for us, Pap?
Yeah, I think this year, I think I've got, about 40 or so games, kind of the same thing I've been doing last year with the team, but I see a totally different team in the Red Sox this year. Last year, we were watching a bunch of minor leaguers, in my opinion, and to be totally honest with you, there were some broadcasts where I was just having to make things up, and it got really, really bad, and so hopefully this year we're actually going to be able to watch some professional athletes and some big leaguers play. And I think, all credit is due to John Henry. The man decided he wanted to spend some money. He was tired of getting his ass kicked and not making playoffs. So to me, you got to give that man credit for going out and spending money this year and getting in, and in my opinion, a stud pitcher and a stud who's going to play second base in Alex Bregman, who they just signed for 3 years, I think $120 million, which makes me think, damn, I should have just waited a little bit longer to play.
Yeah.
We played the wrong sport, too.
Oh,
Pat,
yeah,
so
no kidding. Don't even start with that. We would have done anything to have one of those deals. It's like the whole league. It's the whole national league.
No, in all honesty, man, I'm excited for the season. And another thing is, man, I just started watching hockey. I'm from the South, man. I never really watch hockey, but my boy Adam Pellerin, who does the Bruins and the Sox, I said, man, what's up with hockey? You like it? He's like, oh, I love it. He's like, it's so much better than baseball. It's so much more action. I was like, all right, so I'm in. So I first started watching Bruins games. My first Bruins game, and let me get to the story, though, but the reason why I don't really watch a whole lot of hockey is because my first game was a Bruins game, obviously, back when I was playing. And I didn't have no kids, had the wife. I said, let's go on a date night. We went to a Bruins game. I still had my house in Boston. It's a great night. And we're sitting, right on the ice. And next thing we know, I think, what was his name? Joe Thornton?
Sean, right?
Sean Thornton. Sean Thornton beats the ever-living, whoops this dude's ass right in front of us, right? And he literally came in just to whip this dude's ass and leave. And my wife turns to me, she's like, who is that guy? Man, he's really cute. And so I was like, oh, damn, I can't be letting this happen. I can't let some,
That's the end of it.
hockey guy be stealing my wife, so we never went to another hockey game again.
Oh my God! I gotta tell Thorny that story. He'd love it.
Yeah. So I didn't really watch a whole lot of hockey, not because of that, but it was a funny story. And so I started actually watching it again with the Four Nations tournament that they just had. Mm-hmm. And man, I was so locked in. But my whole problem is I don't know the rules very well. So I'm watching it and I'm like, man, why we got this guy in the penalty box here? What just happened? So that's my thing I got to learn. But me and Adam Pellerin, I told him, I said, during the games this year, we're going to learn hockey. And well, he can't bet hockey. I can bet hockey. And I'm going to start betting hockey. So we got to learn this game.
I love it.
Yeah, we can help you with that too, actually. Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, for sure. So, Pap, it's trade deadline for hockey tomorrow. So it's a big day. And I want to know, like, what your experience is like for the trade deadline. I know you got dealt in 2015, I think, from the Phillies to the Nationals. So how was that experience like?
Man, getting traded is a weird thing. Well, for me, it was I had a long tenure in Boston and a decent tenure in Philadelphia, and then you get traded. I just happened to be on a team that we finished last place in division every year, and I opted out of my trade clause to kind of get out of there, so to speak. And all of a sudden you go from a last place team to a first place team, so which was really weird for me. And so I went from a team that was really kind of dead before the games to just a team that was amped up, and after every win was still partying after the games and amped up, and it was just two totally different atmospheres for me. So it was like night and day.
Probably brings a love back, love of the game back, right? I'm sure.
No question. Yeah, no question about it.
Hey, Pap, you're going to hang out. We got to go to a commercial break. Corpusalo just made a big save. You'll be right back?
Be back, baby.
Love it.
Love it.
Jonathan Papelbon with us right after this. We're back. Unobstructed Views presented by Coors Banquet. Tuukka, Patrice, myself, Andrew, and we've got Jonathan Papelbon coming in from Zoom, giving us some insight on the Red Sox, talking hockey, his new favorite sport. Pap, you talked about Sean Thornton fighting back in the day here for the Boston Bruins when you were sitting down on the glass. We've got some video of you going after it a few years ago down in the dugout. So we're excited to see that video. Let's crank that thing up and give us the breakdown.
But it's with the teammate, though.
Yeah, I love it. That's most
that's
importantly, calling them out.
So essentially, this all boiled down to a team. Okay, so this is the team I got traded to, and we were 3 games. I think we were up 3.5 games in the playoff race, and we started losing a few games, so we had the players-only team meeting.
Oh, yeah, those are fun, right?
And in that team meeting was basically like, hey, guys, enough of the bull, you know what? And we got to get this show on the road. Everybody's got to start running out every base. Everybody's got to start running out every ball. Everybody's got to start – pitchers got to start throwing strikes. We can't be walking guys. We got to pick up our game,
Yep.
That's essentially what the meeting was about. Well, lo and behold, the very next day, this guy goes out there, who's now an absolute stud, and look, we're still. You guys know how it is, man. You're still boys to this day, but man, it was something that for me when I strapped on and I was in the game, I expected everybody else to be giving 110%, and that didn't happen. And so I had choice words with him. I said, hey, blah, blah, blah. We just talked about this yesterday in a team meeting. What the F are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And he said something that just the flip switched. And I don't know, like me and my brothers have fought for,
Yeah, you're in the game mode and
but,
then tempers flare. It happens. Absolutely. Did you
guys
make up after?
Thing, and now I really do. I cherish our relationship, and man, I honestly do think that So here's the thing: is when I was a young kid, Jason Varitek whooped my ass all the time, all the time.
Pat, get it. We got to go to another break. This is the thing with hockey. One more break. Bring Varitek back after this.
Okay.
Thank you. Unobstructed Views, presented by Coors Banquet, is back. Just under 5 minutes left here in the first period. 1-0 Carolina Hurricanes over the Boston Bruins. We got Jonathan Papelbon still hanging out with us. He was talking about Jason Varitek whooping his ass when he was a young kid. Pap, do you have any training camp stories, spring training? The guys are still grinding away down in Florida right now.
Okay, so I'm a closer. So what happens with a closer is we're the last person to go into the game when the game's on the line. You want to bring in your closer, try to win the game. And so I'm always used to coming in late at night. And so for me, spring training, I hated spring training. Spring training was my worst nightmare because you get up at like 5:30, 6 a.m. and it's the exact opposite schedule of what I was used to. And so, I don't even go down to spring. They've asked me to go down to spring training with NESN before, and I tell them, no, I'm not even. Don't even ask me to go down to spring training because I'm not even going.
Too many bad memories.
I don't need practice. Okay, we're not talking about practice anymore. Okay, just bring me in when the game's on the line. We're ready to go. That's the way I looked at it.
Love it.
No, I fished more than I did anything in spring training.
Wow. Yeah.
No golf, Fisher?
Yeah, golf, a little bit of golf. The problem is I suck at golf. I don't know how, but it's kind of like, when y'all have the player development program that came through Fenway. They took BP, and I threw BP against them one day.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, man, just terrible. Like, just the sports don't translate, I don't think. Baseball and hockey, God, it's just too polar. Like, they had hockey swings trying to swing a baseball bat.
With
it
no
was
chance.
crazy.
No chance with a baseball bat. It's so foreign.
Very humbling.
Yeah, it's really humbling.
I hit the monster one year.
Some guys, you didn't even touch the ball.
Yeah. Sounds like me, actually. So, Pap, you've done the unobstructed views for the Red Sox. How was your experience like? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Me and Jared Carabas, another guy, did it, and it was fun. For me, honestly, I think games can get boring at sometimes, and you don't want to just sit there and hear the announcers, go back and forth about the same thing over and over. I like telling stories. I like hanging out with the guys, and shooting it with the guys. So
and it's fun to not have that structure,
it
right?
worked out perfect.
Not having a structure, being able to, as you said, tell stories, but also talk about plays and really take the time to dig in is fun. We've been enjoying it.
And also hear from like a different perspective with the story that goes on to it, because you kind of have more time to stay.
Right.
On air, it's a lot harder. You got that time crunch.
We were just saying that one of our favorite moments have been we get to chat with our former teammates who necessarily we haven't seen in a while. Did you have a bunch of ex-teammates come in?
Yeah, I did. In fact, one of my favorite that we chatted with was my old buddy Johnny Damon. I don't know if y'all remember Johnny Damon.
Yeah, he'll tell stories.
Yeah, he looks like Jesus but throws like Mary. That guy. So anyway, it was good to see him. He was kind of the guy when I first came up, took me on my first private charter flight, took me to all the nice parties. He was kind of like my guy coming up. And so it was really, really good to see him and still be in contact with him,
What was what was the most random party you ended up with Johnny Damon at? You're like, what is going on right now?
I made it.
Yeah.
That you can tell us.
Nothing we can really say on this, but I mean, a lot of random places you end up and you're sitting there. You're like, man, how did I get here? And, but I'm having a great time, and this is awesome.
I love it.
A lot of UFC fights, and a lot of UFC. Johnny's a big UFC guy. Him and what's his name that owns the UFC? They're real close.
Dana White.
Yeah, Dana White. Yeah, they're real tight buddies.
I can
cool.
imagine.
Didn't know that.
I love it. So, are you ready for the season, Pap? What's your prediction for the Red Sox? You sound excited about them. What's the ceiling for these guys?
Well, there's a tall ceiling for these guys. There's no question about that. And to me, John Henry has spent the amount of money that it takes to win a World Series. So to me, it's at least go to the World Series or it's a bust.
Oh, wow.
With the money that's been spent and the players that they have. So that's really exciting. But to me, I think Vegas has them at 86.5 wins right now in the season. I'm betting the over if I could bet on the Red Sox.
Yeah.
But they're definitely a playoff team this year. And as you guys know, if they can stay away from that one big injury, that one main injury that kills them, it's like, you guys are goalie. It's like goalie goes down, your main guy goes down, and it's
you're in tough shape.
damn,
Same
how
in
do you
hockey,
recover? So you can't have that or your main goal scorer. It's like you can't have one of those main guys go down, because if you do, it makes it that much tougher. So, but if they can stay injury free, it's going to be a fun year, man, and you guys should come. I'll give you the red carpet treatment when you guys come.
Oh, I'm hitting you up on that for sure. I want to sit. I want to sit with you for a baseball game and get the same nuance, because I know 3 outs, but that's about it.
Yes,
so
I'm the same
the
way.
nuance would be nice. So Pat,
Okay.
thank you
that's
so
a deal.
much.
If Sid with me in a Red Sox game is going to be about like coming with me to Mardi Gras. I'm just telling you.
There you go.
Even better. Even better.
I love
That's
it.
perfect. Pat, thank you so much.
Yes.
We'll see you when you're back up here in Boston real soon. Really appreciate you coming on.
Thanks,
Okay,
Pat.
guys,
Appreciate it,
enjoy
buddy.
the night.
Thank you.
Be well.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks. That's beautiful.
That was awesome.
That was
What a
awesome.
guy.
I can imagine what those private plane trips were like. Those guys,
Johnny
the
Damon.
baseball guys, go a little different.
Oh, my
They
goodness.
go a little different.
Oh, my God.
Well, the Bruins had some good chances. Corpy with some big saves. 1-0. Really in good shape here late in the first period in Carolina.
Well, as I said, they always start so hot at home. So to keep them to a 1-0 deficit after one, I think it's not a bad place to
Not
be.
a bad. And
for
they're
the
pushing.
Bees.
Bruins are pushing.
Yeah, they've done a good job.
Would like to see them get rewarded with one, kind of.
Oh, that one, I thought they were going to get a
close,
nice,
but Geeky
easy one,
actually-
that one, yeah.
It was.
Oh. There it is, right on cue. Geeky.
called it. Wow.
Oh, we don't have the lights
No
in here.
lights here.
Ah, no
big
lights,
goal.
no
That's a big goal.
ceremony. Huge goal from
Especially
Morgan.
at the end of the first like that.
Man, oh man, he stays hot.
Maybe
So
get some
good.
get some juice, some life.
This is unusual that you out shooting 13-9 Carolina
Yes.
in Carolina. Very
Good low to high, just simple plays. Good job by Peak. Talked about Burns changing the angle. Peak
Yeah.
did a really good job
Get pucks
here
through.
changing the angle.
That's actually what he does, right? Brent kind of looked like
Yeah, it
Burns
did.
on
That's
that.
exactly like the
so
half
true.
faker
Yeah.
to a wrister.
Good point.
That you must have hated that because you were always the first guy back to when the D hits the first shin pads and you have to go back. Right? You're like,
You work so hard to get out.
you're taking cross checks in front of the net and then the first shin pads out. Oh, here we go.
Huge goal. Morgan Geeky. Stay hot, Morgan Geeky. Wow. What a great job. Like, I talked to him a little bit. Like, he got healthy scratched by Jim Montgomery
Yes.
3 games in a row.
Really?
Yep.
3 games in a row, and
Early in the year.
to stay with it and have a lot riding on the year, restricted free agent coming over. He had a great year last season. Like it's pretty impressive him staying through that, being ready for the
Yeah.
opportunity that he's
He
gotten.
turned the season around.
Yeah, 100%. It's not easy to do that.
No.
20, 25 games in.
I talked to him a couple times too, and not knowing him really personally, but he seems like a guy who kind of gets it.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
He knows
does.
what it takes, and he knows it's not like
Seems committed too. you
very
know, like-
committed
Yeah.
and wants to learn, and
Yes,
wants to get
yes.
better. So
Humble. So there you go. Bruins
That's
with a
the end
big
of it.
late goal. 1-1.
good.
Carolina
Decent
gets the
start.
shorthanded.
Yeah.
Sebastian Aho with a nice play, but the Bruins fought back and really pushed back really well there in the
Yeah.
first period. Really good spot for the Bruins. 1-1 after 1 in Carolina.
We'll get ready for Brian Boyle.
We got Brian Boyle coming up. He's got a lot to live up to with Jonathan Papelbon
Yes.
being our guest. Thank him for coming on in the first. The guys walked down the wind tunnel in Carolina to get back to their dressing room. So go head over, watch the intermission show. We will be here to start the second right here on the Jordan's Leather Couch. Jonathan Papelbon joining us in the first period here on Unobstructed Views, presented by Coors Banquet. Our next guest, Brian Boyle, has a lot to live up to there, talking Marty golf with Jonathan Papelbon, but that's just as exciting over there.
Jonathan.
Over at the desk with Dale and Billy. Thanks for joining us. You're really working tonight. We're hanging. You're really working.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna go into broadcast agency, and I'm gonna try to get you guys as my clients because I look.
You didn't get the memo though. It's casual.
Super agent here. I love it.
I was gonna switch. I brought a change of clothes, but I wouldn't be able to get my mic back on.
What'd you think of the first?
It was kind of quiet, actually. So you know how hard it is to go into Carolina and
Yes.
do anything in the first, period,
first,
especially. So from that standpoint, yeah, they had to kill one, but they get the power play. Things look pretty good, and then obviously not so good, but battled back. I mean, a lot of excuses and a lot of reasons why they could have just quit.
Yeah.
And I liked how they progressed through the period, and then fourth line came out, had a good shift, and that I thought that started some of the action for them, and then you get a goal from the top line.
That late goal is huge, though.
Huge.
Get back in for the second.
We were in the back arguing over what our second clip was going to be in the intermission. And Jaffe's really working hard back there, so I came into the studio with Dale, and I go, how funny is it going to be when the Bruins score here? And then we just
Scrap it all.
everything Jaffee just worked for.
Sure
It doesn't
enough.
matter. That's what happened.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, your first game as a Bruin analyst. How
I
about
know.
that, huh? Hometown kid.
Finally.
There you go. Yeah,
I'm working hard trying to get this nod. You know?
Living the dream now.
It's a little shorter commute than the 4 hours I've been doing.
Yeah.
Like, guys, I'm here. I can help. But yeah, no, it's fun. I don't know. It's tough to stop playing.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Sure
This
is.
is why we're all here, right?
Yeah.
So trade deadline is coming. We've been asking what you think is what move would you like to happen? Like, is there anything that you're like anywhere, not just for the Bruins, but I'm talking like around the league? Is there something you're like looking to see or like looking to happen, or you think might be exciting for a team that's kind of aspiring for the cup?
So selfishly, because like tomorrow I'm going down to work at the NHL Network, I want something to happen that's crazy,
Yeah.
that no one sees coming.
Yeah.
Someone gets moved or a package gets moved somewhere else that people are like, what are they doing? Because that's always fun to kind of chew on. There's so many teams that are kind of close that could retool. I think that I'm hoping for a lot of moves because I don't know. I just think this whole tear it down to the studs thing for some of these teams, it just hasn't worked for them. It's taken
It never
long.
really ends, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
Oh, there it is.
Here we go.
David.
Pasta.
Oh, wow.
you almost bat that out of midair.
Pasta was going 5-0 on that,
huh?
Seemed
Yeah,
like.
was he?
Didn't give much there, huh?
Didn't move. Just stood there.
Isn't that what you want from a goalie though? Like to not like.
Yeah. he
Yeah, I'm
did make-
surprised he didn't give a little fake or something.
Yeah,
he just went
backhand.
straight low glove.
He lucked himself. He stopped moving backwards, so would have had an empty net basically.
Yeah.
Good
He
read.
could have fake shot backhand there, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Sometimes
mean,
you're
tell
locked on the move
the
though.
70 goal scorer what to do. But
Yeah.
it's easy from here.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy from here.
It is easy
I would
from here.
have gone backhand.
Yeah, I
what
would.
we've seen in
That's,
the past.
that's your
You're a
that's
sniper
the
now.
goalie
I am,
alumni.
yeah.
That's the alumni goalie move for sure. Fake shot backhand. That's all I got.
Oh man.
Man.
How you holding up? 2 goalies here in between.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm okay.
Tough one.
Surviving.
Sometimes they gang up on me, but it's all good. I'm happy we got a centerman back.
There you go. I will
it
say
out.
this, like, there's a lot of analysts that are goalies. They do see the game. I had a
Yes.
lot of questions for goalies as I got older in my career. Not to give them any more credit than they already get.
Be
Standing
careful
still.
here now.
We're just the
We don't
smartest
need-
guy. We're just the smartest.
No, but I agree with that. Like they always see the play, right? They're
Yeah.
always watching the game, and I feel like that gives them like I don't know, an extra edge.
Well, Jonathan Brick asked me when I went to the booth last game, is like, what's up with that?
Oh, that's
what
so
a block
unlucky.
that is. Off
That
the
was a
skate.
lucky break for them, huh?
Yeah, there's a lot of goalie analysts or broadcasters, whatever. But I was half joking, but I said, like, as you stand there for the whole 60 minutes, you kind of see the game develop in front of you. So that's going to play a part of it, for sure.
You kind of talk it through the whole time too. You're like, oh, hit that guy. Oh, you can see the pass. You're like, oh, he
Exactly.
just missed.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking to yourself the whole
Yeah,
time.
oh, don't do that. It's going to
Yeah,
come back.
oh, no.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. Yeah.
And Bergie again, 2-on-1.
Do we got to mic up goalies?
You should.
Oh, we definitely should.
it's
My
so
dad was a goalie. He actually did. He taught me a ton about the game when I was little. He played high school and like a year of college. But
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy, as I got older, I'm like my dad knows more than my high school coach. What's going on here?
But you don't want to listen to your dad usually as you're
right.
growing up.
No.
That's what I'm learning now with my kids.
Yeah, you don't know anything, Dad. What'd you do?
Oh my
I
God.
do say that to the team sometimes. For like 3 weeks of telling them the same thing, they finally do it. It's like, oh, what do I know? Weird. How'd that work?
But then they're like, I'm not doing it for you. I just saw it on TV or whatever.
It's on YouTube.
I want to get that video in 2 years when Bergie's going to drop the hammers like, hey, don't you know my accomplishments? I was this and that.
Yeah,
He's just like,
he's got to get out of the game.
Dad is videotaping it and it's going to be a meme.
That'll be great. That'll be great. Good pushback. Good shift by the Bruins.
Only
fourth
Patrick
line again.
Brown,
Fourth line getting in the front of the net, causing a little havoc. Casey Hudson's over in the other studio. She's back at her spot. Casey, you got anything for us over there?
Oh, I got something good for you guys. I love
Okay.
this question. Shannon wants to know, who is the best golfer of your former teammates? I think we start with our honorary guest, Brian.
Brad Richards is a pretty good golfer.
Yeah,
Former
Richie
teammate
had
of
to
mine.
play. Yeah.
He's collecting memberships.
I was going to say,
I've heard
he's got
multiple.
Yeah. He was working on Shinnecock, I think, when we in 2012
Yeah, he got that
in New York.
one. Yeah.
You end up getting it?
He got that
yeah.
one. Yeah, he was at Seminole this week for the member guest.
Was he?
Pros.
Wow.
He played with.
So he's- oh.
Yeah, he's dialed.
Is he
I
still
have
getting
this-
paid like $10 million a year from
Probably.
like the Rangers or something?
He always.
Yeah.
Tampa?
He
Probably.
was a money guy too. On top of it.
Well, I have the same number, so Richie can call me anytime. I'm ready to
Yeah,
You're available.
If I'm not, I'll make myself. Yeah, I'd say probably Richie. You guys?
Bergie, what you got?
I think like for me, like I don't know if he still has the time to golf as much because now he's coaching. But Mark Savard was
Yeah.
a scratch golfer back then, and I know he was very big on his golf game.
I think he tried to qualify for the Canadian
Yes, he did.
Open, right?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, he did. No, he was very, very good. And I think he was playing the opposite hand. So I think he's a lefty in
Lefty?
hockey. He was playing righty as.
what I do.
Is that a thing?
That's what
Yeah,
I
I
do.
do that too.
You,
I batted right too
I
in
can't do
baseball.
that. That's probably why
Well, that's why I say I stink at golf because I should be,
Should have
should
been
be
a
a
lefty.
lefty.
Should have been a lefty. Tukes, who's your guy?
I was actually thinking Savvy would have been my guy, but then I remembered that Craig McKegg,
Yeah.
he came in.
Yeah, I've
Kegger,
heard,
is he
I've heard
a-
he's
So we
unbelievable.
were having a conversation before practice one time, like, hey, what's your low round? What's your low round? I'm like 79. Somebody's like, yo, I shot a 75. Kegger's like 62. I'm like, what? I didn't even know you golf. And then I talked to Thordy, and it's like, yeah, he used to be my ringer in Florida. Like, I'd bring him to every place and win a ton of money.
Really?
So Kegger, I guess, yeah.
That's
he's-
all-time
Yeah,
name
plus
on
him.
that guy.
That's a good one. That is a good name.
Alex Cloran's really good too.
Is he?
JT Miller's good. Yeah, there's actually a lot of guys that are good.
Yeah, there's a lot of good golf.
We had a good crew in Dallas. Brendan Morrow's really good.
Morrow.
Brad Richards was there. We had a good group out in Dallas. So we could talk golf all period. Easily.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Easily.
Bring some
Getting
golf
warmer.
highlights.
Getting warmer.
I know. Getting the itch.
Tuke's got the itch.
Set up the Woodland and Blackrock home and home.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
We'll get Bergie out there a couple times a year, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where's your club?
Bergie's going to start playing.
Oh, I don't have a club.
You gotta have a club.
I just
America's
tag along
guest.
with this
huh?
guy over there.
That's right.
Honorary member.
Yes, I just tag along.
Everywhere.
Do a few more shows, make some more money, maybe. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah,
afford
maybe
it.
at some
Yeah.
point I'll
Maybe
be able to
afford
join a club. Couple more NESN gigs. That's why
Shots
you're
fired.
doubling
I
up
love
today,
this
huh?
Brian King.
Yeah, well, actually, yeah, 5 kids and I was a 4th liner. I wasn't very good. Fooled him for a while, but yeah. At least, yeah, the kids are expensive. Man.
Oh,
Food, diapers,
Oh, man, I'm so glad I'm out of it.
eggs now.
I know. Eggs. Hey, we got chickens at home. We got chickens at home.
Yeah, Bergie's selling eggs. He's getting chickens.
I'm selling now. Yeah, I might do
Go to
that.
his house. Yeah. $5 an egg.
Eggs are too expensive. I'm getting chickens. My God.
how many this morning?
Well, we have 2 chickens, so we have 2 eggs a day.
All right.
Yeah. We lost a few, actually.
Oh, no.
Long
Bradford?
story.
Long story.
No, long
Coyotes?
story. Yeah,
Coyotes,
yes.
Hawks.
Hawks and yeah, you got to be careful. You got to be careful with those
Button up
chickens.
that chicken coop.
Yeah. Well, it's more like you let them free and then
Yeah.
they're just waiting for them.
I'd love to see you run after your dog and chickens and 4 kids in your backyard.
Oh, yeah, it's
How's your
What
career?
a zoo. The Bergie Zoo.
What's next? A couple of goats. I don't know.
Goats
Hey,
are
you
friendly.
never know.
They are.
Good.
Milk.
They eat all the poison ivy too.
That's right. No weeds. No weeds. You don't need a landscape.
You've done your research, huh?
Well, we used to have them at the club.
Oh yeah, yeah, they're on the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they eat all the poison ivy because I'd have to go and get my ball out of the woods.
That's a tough teach.
No poison ivy. Yeah, it's perfect.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Pelly.
That's a good one, too. Straight up. Who was it? Kaslik?
Yes. That was one of those where it's too obvious to even like, oh, no, I think it touched the glass.
Just skate directly to the penalty.
25 feet
That's
over.
it.
I mean, that's just
It's like so hard
Rolls
to
right at the
do.
last.
that's hard to do.
Yeah.
Like you try to do that, you can't.
Yeah,
You can't do it.
100%.
Sometimes you just try to go too fast and like, it's one of those things.
Oh, they had a good kill in the first. Need one here, though.
Yes.
Don't want to go down, too.
Little PK buddy right there, Pavelzaka. It's a funny
Solid.
jersey.
Great guy. Loves cars.
Loves cars.
He's a car
Still
guy.
buy a new one
Really?
every year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Should say multiple.
Yeah.
Favorite sports city you've played in? Like, I know Boston should be your number one, but like
Yeah.
the ones that you played in.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Another
collegiately, obviously. Here it's their third 2-on-1
Yeah.
on shorthanded.
Oh,
And now that's dangerous right
Yeah,
there.
I
They're
don't
losing two.
How many
guys.
teams do you play for?
they're in trouble.
8. 2 deadline deals where they were going to
He
bring
knew
me
it.
back.
He just wanted the.
I did not. No,
That's a good save. Yeah, I mean, drafted by LA, so I only played like parts of 2 seasons. And then I was in New York for 5 years and Tampa for 3. And then it was like deadline deals. I went to Toronto from Tampa my last year in Tampa and signed in Jersey for 2 years. But our second year in Jersey, we fell apart a bit. So I went to Nashville, then Florida, then Pittsburgh. I don't think I'm forgetting any. Pittsburgh was interesting because I didn't play the year before.
Yeah.
So that training camp was fun. Try as hard as you want. So,
How did these guys get faster?
yeah, they did. Someone get this piano off my back, please. But then it felt actually, after about 30 games, I felt pretty good. And
Yeah.
that was just cool to play with Sid and those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tough ending to New York. But Sports City, I'd say it's got to be just because something's going on every night in New York. I
Right,
hated all
right.
those teams, other than ours, obviously.
No, but I figured you'd say that. Yeah.
Got to go to like Knicks games and sit courtside. So I
Yeah.
kind of like the Knicks because I didn't really care for basketball at all.
It's a good take.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a cool place to play.
Were your deadline deals, were you expecting? Like we've been talking about, like in the room, there's essentially 15 guys that know nothing's going to happen. There's 3 or 4 that maybe, and then there's 2 that are expecting it, essentially.
Yeah,
Were
so
you one of those guys, or?
The first one was like, I hope not, but we traded Ben Bishop the day before, and I kind of knew. And then I still hope not.
Yeah.
And then made it all the way to like pregame nap the day before the deadline. We were going to play Ottawa. And Steve Eiserman called me and woke me up from my nap. It's like,
Got it.
You're done, buddy. But like a month prior to that, he's like, if we win some games, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to re-sign you, extend you, or if. And so I was just like, we lost the game 2 days before that to Calgary at home. And I remember taking my gear off, being like, this is it. I
Kinda
have
had
the
a
weirdest
feeling.
feeling right now that this is it.
Yeah.
but you always get dealt to like a playoff team. you know?
Yeah.
Right.
So we had a tough year in Tampa because Stammer hurt his knee. We had a ton of injuries. And it just wasn't like working. And they were in some cap situation because they had rookies with bonuses. So that's kind of why it freed up stuff for them. They got a pick back or something and maybe a prospect. And then the one in Jersey, we were god awful the second, like December on, we were god awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, hey, I'm getting older. Is there
This
a
would be
team
good.
that might,
Okay.
and if not, I'm not asking to move, but like, if you want to extend me, that'd be great. So Ray Sher was a GM, and It was actually 3 weeks before the deadline. He shipped me to Nashville, which was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
But it's like, it speaks to your kind of like what kind of character you were. Like, you were wanted in those winning locker rooms. And because some guys, they say, I played for eight teams.
Yeah. They were the ones going the other way at the deadline.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The good teams were dealing those guys at the deadline.
It's, you know, it was cool to sort of see it all. Like, we had kids when I started moving around more.
Yeah.
Like, we were just getting together and getting married. Like, and then I signed in Tampa and got married, and then we started having kids. So it was really hard
Yeah.
for Lauren to get all the stuff together. And she had to do it all because I'm like, I got to play. This is important. I got a contract coming up.
Oh, my goodness.
But that's the side of the game that people don't see, right? Like, like the trade is not just like I'm moving. Okay, it's just a moving piece, and you're going to the next team. No, there's so many moving parts, especially when you start having a family and kids now. Like, it just becomes a lot, and it's hard for them too. Like, they have to.
Yeah.
It's either you're staying back for 3 months, you know, until
3-0.
you know you realize
Nice
where you're
fact
going
check.
after that. So.
Yeah, we're so lucky. Like, me and Bergie, we didn't have to.
Yeah.
You know,
Dude, it's
I moved from Charlestown to Newton.
Yeah. What a luxury.
a change.
That's a change. Yeah, it is a change of scenery. You're right. You're right.
Little things are big things to the little kids, too, you know?
Yeah.
My kid was in 4 schools in 5 years. My oldest.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You know, they have to adapt, but
It's a lot.
everybody seems to be doing all right.
They're hanging in.
Yeah, there.
All right. 2-1. Carolina on the Bruins. 10 minutes left in the second. We're off to break. We'll be right back. Unobstructed Views. We are back. Unobstructed Views presented by Coors Banquet as we watch our guest,
No.
Brian Boyle, mix it up with Z, scoring goal.
Oh, that hurt a lot. That one right there hurt a lot. I had my glove on still. Like, wait, let me get up here. And then I couldn't even get it off. All right, I missed him.
How do you go from like backhand?
Yeah, but we thought
hole
that's
to this.
a sick goal on
Yeah.
Tuukka. Opening Tuuk's up, scoring on
Oh,
the
my
breakaway.
Do you know when that fight was? That was the Friday after Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's
No way.
the afternoon game.
Do you know how many people were there that I knew? That I was related to? And you know what else happened? He had a Gordie Howe hat trick, and he was first star of the game.
Oh,
There you
perfect.
go.
That's
there
good.
you
Just
go.
to make
Part
Matt
of the
Having a
Lance
night.
Sather walked in the locker room. He goes, "Hey, you didn't even get cut." Thanks.
That's
Beat
a
it.
good. That's a
Slats.
positive. That's a positive.
Geeks.
Geeks
Nice
again
try.
with a great shot. Well, we're sitting here on Jordan's furniture leather couch.
Nice.
Casey is over in the other studio. What do you got for us, Casey?
Well, it's time to get to know Brian a little better, or at least test you guys' trivia of Brian Boyle. But I'd keep a close eye on Tuukka. He might be cheating because he already asked him the first question.
I knew you were gonna put that in there.
Very
That's why.
sly. I had to give him a heads up. So
knows.
we're going to bypass that one. But, gentlemen, how many career regular season games did Brian play against the Bruins?
Oh,
wow.
It's the Bruins.
Razor, you want to start this one?
I have no idea.
Like, I mean, am I really going to do the math on this?
North of
5, 9.
15.
Yeah.
North of 15. Maybe I'm.
North of 20.
Okay.
Stop giving
Yeah.
clues. I'm done
Yeah,
here.
I got it.
Ready?
Can we go?
Oh, pretty good guesses. 30, 35.
30.
All right, it was 38.
Winner.
Good job.
Yes.
Tukes.
It's a lot.
There you go.
So like Price is Right, we go $1.
Yeah, exactly. Can't go
I'd say
over.
bonus points and maybe a Coors Banquet if you can guess how many goals against the Bruins. But we'll move to the next one. What year did Brian Boyle make the All-Star game?
Oh, I remember now. It's like a Make-A-Wish kid. That
Were you with John Scott?
I was after him. I was after him, but it's
I don't
sort of similar.
What year?
Oh my God.
Taylor Hall got hurt in his MVP year. They're like, hey,
Oh, okay. So I'm off.
I'm
but
off.
I went earlier.
All right, 2018.
Ooh,
2018.
I win again. I'm pretty good at this.
Oh, that doesn't.
It doesn't count if you
You had
call
to
this?
get that one right.
Come on.
Come on.
I said somebody should double check what he's got going on over there. All right,
Yeah.
the last one. Which team did Brian have the most penalty minutes against?
Against.
Against.
Well, he played for half the league, so I mean,
didn't play here.
yeah, exactly.
As hard as I tried, Donnie said no.
Oh, wait.
I don't know. It's got. I mean, it's got
I
to
think
be.
I had 2 fights against Boston.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'll give me it.
There's time limit over there.
Nah, yeah.
Against?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, how many years you played there? I don't know.
Played there for almost half my career.
I went Jersey just because of that.
Rangers.
Islanders.
Flyers.
Flyers. We had the Metro covered.
That was
guys.
my next one. I was
we're
going
all
to
Chance
say.
by Zoc over there that we just
Yeah, we
missed.
We're all over
The
it.
net, Pav.
Oh,
there it
That's
is.
the play. They love that play.
your shot.
I called it.
Is that it, Casey? You have more questions or no?
No, that's it for our
That
questions.
was great.
How many times did
We got to see if Brian gives you guys a thumbs up or thumbs down of who did better, who knew him best. I don't know about Tuukka right now.
Well, Tuukka was in the lead, and then he guessed the team that played the most.
I just
The Rangers, I played
Tuukka.
380 games for the Rangers out of 800. Yeah. No, that was
Thanks so
good
much,
showing.
Case.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Keeping us on the rails over there.
I didn't know the answers.
No, those are tough. Like those are.
Oh, man.
Last game.
I knew
had to
which
rank
year you got
mascots.
drafted on. Like,
Rank mascots? Grady's last. Grady stinks.
I know.
Like, how many times have the Flyers been threatened to be sued for actions Grady has?
Oh, man. They've probably paid
More
out
than-
a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, settle it, right?
Yeah, they're settling.
NDAs, and then you're good to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They've toned Gritty down, right? Like,
You don't hear from him.
I
much
haven't heard.
anymore.
Gritty used to be everywhere all the time. Good push from the Bruins.
yes, that is.
Big kill. Is still in the game, battling, grinding, all this stuff. Kind
Some good chances, too. Like, a couple really good looks.
Lowry with that play again. We talked about him.
Oh. Carolina's transition is really good.
Why is Carolina not won? Like, why have they not been able to get over the hump? They have great regular seasons. Is it the way they play in the regular season? Is it the man-on-man?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wonder if
Little
it
bit of
eventually
both.
wears you.
Yeah, like, can you really do
Oh.
it for 30 times in the
Yeah.
playoffs?
Potsy's getting.
Yeah, because they kind of ran into buzzsaws a couple times. Did Tampa beat them?
Yeah, you guys have beat them. Conference finals.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, like.
They
Tampa,
were the
Florida.
buzzsaw the whole year. And then
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
You can't do it.
just
guess-
went on gas.
They don't have a B game either, right? It's just one way.
Yeah,
You can see how hard it is for Rantanen to kind of get acclimated. It's
yeah.
dump in, dump in, dump in.
It's not an easy system to play.
No.
Like, you're constantly going 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you need to be well conditioned for that type of hockey, especially if you're going to play 82 games like that and then go for a long run in the playoffs. And that's, I don't want to say that's what it is, but
Yeah.
the reason
Part
why.
of it,
but
though.
it has to be.
Yeah.
And then your head coach is like the best shaped guy in the
Yeah.
room. So,
You can't go to him like, hey, dude, I'm tired.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Well, I love the way they play, though. Like, don't get me wrong. I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
really hard to play against.
Yeah.
Like, your hands are full. Sometimes, like, and we talk about the first period, like, sometimes you feel like there's 6 on the ice. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
my God, like, keep coming at you.
It's real high percentage. So wear you down things so they can take over as the
Yep.
game progresses. Have they had good enough goaltending, though? I mean, Freddie's good when he's on, but, like, he's been hurt. Has that been an
that's
issue,
true.
too?
It hasn't put them over the top, right? Like,
Yeah.
everyone needs that series or
Ooh.
that,
Hit the ref.
Oh, Kelly.
Kelly's elbow.
But you're right with the no B game comment, because like
Yeah,
if
that's.
this doesn't work, then
Yeah.
everything's just off.
But even, like, when Tampa was winning cups and like, you guys in 11 had a lot of different everythings. Like, I just thought you guys, if this guy wasn't going, or this, I mean, what was your power play in 11?
They scored 1 goal.
Yeah.
1 or 2 goals. We had
we
different ways
we scored
to
in the
win.
finals. We didn't score 1 power play goal before the finals, I
Right,
think.
and so, like, and then with Tampa, I thought they did a really good job honing in how to play defensively after they lost to Columbus, and they didn't make it through. Was it Washington that year that Washington won in 18?
Yeah.
Like, they didn't give up anything, but when they didn't have they weren't dialed in defensively. Like, Cooch would cheat the game a little bit and score a goal. Like,
Yeah.
that kind of B game thing, or a power play here would just like,
Find a way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe haven't shown that yet. That's, I think,
Yeah,
why
that's
they
a good
probably
point.
went to get Rantanen.
Yeah, true. But then it's a different style, right? It depends how.
Yeah.
We got a commercial break. Second commercial, you got to go back to work, like real
Yeah,
work.
real work.
So you're out. So
way
thanks.
better. I
So
can
thanks for hanging out with us.
Oh, man.
Not a commercial break, but you still got to go because they're in my ear telling me you got to go work. So
Thanks.
make sure
All right,
that
thanks for
soup
coming,
pays
man.
off for you. But thanks as always. We'll see you the next couple weeks.
Yeah, I'll
Hockey
be around.
East
Hockey
and
East, yeah.
the whole stuff. So,
Right on.
but thanks for coming out.
Thank
Yes.
you, guys.
Appreciate
it. Was
it.
fun.
Yeah.
See you, man.
We're back, folks. Unobstructed Views presented by Coors Banquet. Carolina Hurricanes up 2-1 over the Boston Bruins. We just had Brian Boyle join us on the Jordan's Furniture Leather Couch. We appreciate him coming in. He has to go do real work with Jaffe and Dale. We get to hang out in here. 4 minutes left in the second period. Fast period.
Yes.
No commercials, no breaks. Good pace. Bruins have had a good push after giving up that second goal off a terrible break.
Yeah.
Burns just throwing it to the front of the net, goes off their own player. Again, kind of what we talked about at the start, wanting to have a great effort, wanting to push and fight and keep yourself in this game.
100%. I agree. I think there's been a lot of good looks and good chances, right? Like for the Bruins. So I think just keep doing what they're doing right now. I like what I'm seeing.
This is the type of hockey you play this somewhat 82 games, you're going to win a lot of hockey games.
That's right.
But
Yes.
So you might lose some because bad bounces and whatnot, but
Yeah.
you're going to win way more.
Because that second goal could have been deflating.
Yeah,
you
for
see that,
sure.
it hits something, and it doesn't. You don't get rewarded on the other side as well. So it's like, oh my God, when is it going to turn our way? But I mean, those are the type of games that we talked about that at the start of the show. Like we need them. You know, at this point, there's no ifs and buts. Like it's just,
yeah, you need it.
we're gonna find ways. You know, like no matter how.
Dude, and like, you know what I was thinking the other day too is like, it's a grind, 82 games, and if you're on that bubble of fighting for the playoff spot, somehow it always comes down to like 1 or 2 games.
Yes.
100%.
And then you start thinking back to like
The few that you like.
that one game, like January. Why did we just like?
We missed the playoffs in Toronto by half a point. Like we lost on the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
And in the end of November, we had a 7-3 lead
Oh my
in
God.
New Jersey in the third period, and we lost in overtime 8-7.
That's gonna haunt you. Huh?
That,
It's
like, I never forget that.
Oh my.
Never, ever forget it. And that's literally like that to your point. Like this, there's going to be at least 2 of those teams, if not 3 or 4 this
Yep.
year, because it's so tight, that are going to have that game that you look back on like, wow.
That's
the
one.
one.
We could have won the cup. Like you can tell yourself, we would have won the cup. We were that like, even getting in as the 8th seed, and that's why it's so important just to get in.
Oh no.
That's another tough one.
Ozone penalties are that's a
Killers. 2 minutes left.
Don't argue with that. That's
Yeah,
I mean,
no. And we get a commercial break as Matty Patra gets the tripping call. Joe Sacco not happy.
dive. He said, huh?
I
think so.
For a dive, but
Let's see the
not
replay.
getting a dive now. Big PK coming up next. We're back. Unobstructed Views presented by Coors Banquet, the official partner of the Boston Bruins. The Boston Bruins are going to the penalty kill after a tripping call by Matty Patra. 2.5 minutes left here in the second period. They're down 2-1. Huge kill coming up. But first, Casey's over in the other studio. Any tweets? Hashtag NESN View tweets for us?
Yes, we've got one for Bergie here. He mentioned Stahl earlier, so Runway 29 wants to know who was tough to face against in the face-off circle throughout your career. The biggest battle for you throughout your throughout your career, not playoff.
I think like the one that was the most humbling and eye opener was probably like Rob Brindamore early in my career, like how strong he was on his stick and how experienced he was, and you know you could tell that he was. Sometimes we call it cheating in face-off, like in a good way. Like I think it's good to have that, and I kind of learned from that like you know what it's like. And I alluded to that earlier. It's like it's a battle, right? It's a one-on-one, and you got to make sure you find ways to win draws. And yeah, I learned a lot from playing against him. But it was really hard, really challenging early in my career, and I think you definitely made me a better centerman just by going up against him.
Love it. Good question. Good tweet. And
2-on-1.
another 2-on-1.
Again.
Holy
Let's go.
smokes. Brando.
Oh no,
Another block.
they're blocking a lot of those, huh?
Ever.
So FYI on the bench, they're going down on 2-on-1. Oh my God.
Brando was not doing anything else than
No.
No, he was not looking to make.
I don't think he looked.
He had no interest in back checking on that one
Good
at
for
all.
him, though. Like,
Yeah,
that's a
put the
great
head
play.
down. Great closeout. Takes a lot out of you defending, having to go up the
Yes.
ice like that on a PK.
At least the bench was closed.
Yeah,
You
right
could,
there.
like, you could
Yeah, that's
change
right
right away,
Second
'cause
period. First period, it would
That
have
would
been
have
tough.
been a tough one.
Yeah.
Back check all the way.
Speaking of Brando, man, I didn't realize until like the second year, I think, that his eyeglasses were like
Thick?
thick, right?
Okay.
And I'm like, Brando, what's going on? And I think I said something like joking, like, oh, that explains a lot or something. We were dying laughing for like minutes. It's like, Tukes.
What a shot.
Because he was like 20 at the point. And I wanted to mess with him, you know. So it was like, hey, really? Oh my God, love that guy. He's the
Yeah, he's the
He's
best.
awesome. Bruins have killed well,
yeah,
really
yes.
well in this game. Interesting, not noticing Rantanen at all, like on these
You're
power
right.
plays and
Yeah.
just kind
He
of.
doesn't really get the puck like on his stick as much, right? Like it
Yeah.
seems like they have different plays and they're not really.
They're not going to him.
Usually that he's the one that likes to set him up, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it seems like Aho's that guy for Carolina, so maybe that's
Part of the issue.
or
Fit.
challenging for him.
Challenge. Part of the challenge.
Yeah.
Because wouldn't he just get open to a certain spot and then they would just find him and he would one time him?
Well, him and McKinnon would be like those guys that have the puck on the half wall and they would
Yeah.
interchange, you know, a
Yeah.
lot. And it felt there was a lot of movement, obviously, with McCarr like being all over the place and so
Yeah.
effective. Like, but yeah. it
But
seems
just
like
that
they're
chemistry
more-
they don't have.
Yes, it seems like they had some set plays and some tendencies that they liked.
Yeah. All right.
Another pretty good period from the Boston Bruins. They're out shooting Carolina 23-13.
Yeah.
Bad bounce is the difference at this
Yeah.
point. That second period goal by Carolina that went in. There he is, Brent Burns, the ageless veteran. He's been in the league a long time, huh?
Yeah.
Like, it was long.
Drafted as a forward, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Same
Came out
draft
of
as me.
junior, first round pick. Yeah, same as Bergie. It's a long time. So, anyways, Carolina Hurricanes up 2-1. We'll be back after the intermission, setting you up for the third period here on Unobstructed Views, presented by Coors Banquet. Unobstructed Views presented by Coors Banquet is back. Taking a look at the second period highlights. Started out with Carolina getting a very fortunate break. Brent Burns just tossing it to the net. Finds a way past Jonas Korpisalo.
That was good defending right there too, you know, like everyone's in position. Just an unfortunate bounce.
Nothing you can do that.
Good pushback from there though, huh, fellas?
Yes, right. A lot of really good looks, good chances. Good shot there.
Yeah, a lot of good looks and a lot of good plays in the O-zone.
That one, I thought that
Good
one went in
there.
actually.
Man, Zach,
Point blank.
this was
Yes.
great.
See, we talked about him.
Yeah, I was talking about, yeah.
That was your guy. That was your
My guy.
That was your shot. That was your chance.
But they're staying on the puck. That line has been really good. Really good for them, huh?
Yeah, they continue to push.
Yeah.
Really drive the offense. So we're back here on the Jordan's Furniture Leather Couch enjoying our night. We had Jonathan Papelbon. We had Brian Boyle. This period, it's just us, but we'll get to Casey Hudson over in the other studio to end up starting this third period, maybe with a tweet, maybe with something going on. Do you got anything for us over there, Casey?
Yes, I've got a tweet for you guys. Of course, with the deadline coming up strong, we want to know what's the vibe in the locker room when a team is struggling this close to the deadline, and how does that impact the team's play?
Well, I'll go first, or at least tee you guys up a little bit. I don't think it really affects. You struggle at different times in the season. I don't think whether it happens at the deadline or in October, it really changes. You're just trying to grind through it and understand it and accept it and work through it. Is that fair?
I think for the most part, like, they're all professionals. They know it's part of the game. They know it's the side of the business that's actually is, you know, that sucks a little bit in a way. You know, you don't want to see your friend go. But once you step on the ice, like, it's all business. It's all about, you know, winning the game, and you don't worry about it. Actually, it's good to escape from it a little bit, you know. So I don't think it really is an issue in the locker rooms.
No, you don't have any time to think about it when you're on the ice, that's for sure. I think the only time, if a team is in a situation that it's a wholesale sellout, you know, that 4 or 5 guys end up going, and then you're kind of like, well, it's like, this is our season now. We got to play 15 more games.
For sure.
The wholesale, and you go on a 2-day trip like this, and you're like, oh, I heard I'm going to Edmonton. I better bring a winter jacket with me, or like an extra set of clothes, or whatever that is. But that, again, that's when it's a complete blow it up, and everybody's going, or they've already made 3 trades already, and the writing's on the wall, kind of like what Brian was talking about earlier, where you have a pretty good sense of that. And certainly at this point in the game, this is all you're thinking about, is finding a way to get the next one and get these 2 points on the road in a tough building.
No, exactly. I don't think the guys are thinking about tomorrow and what might and might not happen. You know what I mean? Like, and that would be the wrong mindset to have too.
Of course.
Like,
of course. Oh,
there
it is.
Oh, look at that.
As we say.
Sneaky again. Wow. Solid.
but you see how they're always in movement, and they're always kind of coming in and out. And on that one, like, he just came in and drove the net, but he was coming from up high.
Yeah.
With speed, right?
And
so
he's watching, timing it with David at the
Yeah.
same time coming out, right?
They're really good with that. Like, it seems they come in and out of the slot. They come in, like, and it's hard for a defender to pick that up. Like, for a winger, let's say, to come down and be on him, like, you don't see him coming right there. He's coming in, and he's like, you're too late.
And when that play adjusts just a little bit, you have absolutely no chance, because only Geeky can tell where that puck's going. So he makes that late adjustment right there that no one else can. Great hands.
Yeah.
Good stick. Oh,
come on here.
Oh, boy.
Need a shift right here.
Yeah.
I lost the stick.
Good job by Maddie on the
Matty
bench.
Faulkner with the assist.
Maddie Faulkner. Well, that's a quick
He's always
trigger.
dialed.
100%.
Be nice to see an all-star game of trainers and see, like,
the competitions there.
Yeah, a little competition.
Let's
like a skills.
We'll sign Keto up for that. He'll love that.
Didn't Matty get a mention one year in the paper? I think he did, and he never heard the end of it. Oh my God, it was.
Someone scored off of his.
Yeah,
like,
someone scored with a handoff, and
he got the assist.
Yeah. I'm sure he's got that labeled somewhere at his home.
It's on his fridge. They're the two of the best, that crew.
Yes.
It's a good take. Thankless jobs. Late night tonight for them, boy.
Oh my
yeah.
God. The amount of hours that they put in is.
It's nuts. And Babs, the three of them, awesome.
Well, that's the perfect scenario right here.
right.
Tying the game early in the
Good
third,
start.
and then you're pushing. You got some momentum. Let's go.
Oh, they're.
Oh, nice.
Nice try.
It's been the first line. It's been this
Yeah, they've
fourth
been
line.
good.
Really good. Patrick Brown coming up from Providence yesterday. Really good job from him. Kaslick's been awesome all year when he's been healthy. Couple injuries, but he's really fit in perfectly
Yes.
with this group, and he's big and strong, tough.
Kind of a perfect Bruin, huh? The way
Really
that he
is.
plays.
Yeah, that's-
Yeah.
Style screams.
He literally has done it since the first day of training camp. Like the first preseason
Yeah.
game, he was first
was
period
involved.
in
Yeah.
every scrum. Intense.
Want to talk hypotheticals a bit?
Sure, love it.
If Bruins end up winning and Corpy gets the win, you could just keep riding him.
Back to
Might-
back, you'd play him.
I think they have a
Yeah, they have Saturday.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Saturday.
That's right, Saturday. Yeah.
Probably at that point, right?
He's played good. He's gotten wins, you know.
Yeah. No, he's 10-6-2.
Aren't you superstitious as a goalie? Should we not talk about this right now?
No, he doesn't have a shutout going. We can
Oh,
say
okay.
whatever we
It's
want.
just a shutout?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just a shutout.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, one of those things is like,
Yeah, you can go with the guy that's on a run at this point when you need to win every game. We see it all the time. It happens a lot where it's a secondary guy,
man,
the third guy that goes on a run in March that.
who was the
Yeah,
guy?
at that point, it's like it doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah,
right?
we just got to win. And if that's just the way it is, and everyone understands.
Yep.
Yeah.
You go with the hot hand right now.
Because it was for Ottawa, Hamburg.
Yeah, the hamburger.
Yeah,
They're
that's
throwing
right, that's
hamburgers
right.
at him. Came out of nowhere.
Won like 20 games in a row or something.
Yeah, you're right. That guy.
Yeah.
No, it's just a
Yeah.
weird thing that can happen.
Free McDonald's for life.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, grab the bite out of one on the ice. Curtis Lazar. I'm like,
What a great story.
but isn't it like a good challenge also for Sway if they want to do that? You know what I mean? It's like it's pushing each other to be at your best, because otherwise you might, if you don't get the win, you might, you know,
Absolutely.
sit the next one.
And it's just like, you know, makes you mentally tougher and stronger. I think.
Yeah,
You know,
100%.
kind of.
And you get some work in.
Yeah.
A little extra practice time.
And I'm not advocating that. I'm just like
Yeah.
bringing up a point whether it makes sense or not.
No, you're like we've talked about right from the start of this game. You're doing whatever you can.
Yeah, you need to win. And you need to put win streaks together.
Oh,
He is so good.
it's so good.
Just so smooth, right? It's like
Oh, you wanted a pinch there.
looks like he's on the playing pond hockey.
Oh,
Yeah. Makes it look so easy. Bruins will take that one.
yes.
That was a 3-on-2 from the top of the circles. You see David wanted a
Oh,
pinch
yeah,
there. He
yeah.
was looking for it. He
Yeah.
pulled up, and then he's like, no momentum. They don't call many offsides anymore. Usually, like the line, like it has to be
Let it-
offside.
yeah.
The linesmen are better off waving it off, and they're like, we're off. We'll let this.
Look at it.
You just gotta slow down, man. Like,
It's like you tell your 6
like
dude. You
I
went
like the
offside,
intention
buddy.
to drive it in net, but
He probably hasn't scored a goal in 2 months. He's like, this was my chance.
And you're going to
too.
the stats, huh?
I'm going to look if I can find it. My paper's all over the place. Give me a second.
Yeah, he's got 11 on the year, but yeah, it might be a few months.
He's got 11 of the year. Somebody said that in your ear. Yeah.
No, I looked.
No,
at
you
it.
looked it up
I
while you
looked
got
at it. It's right here.
he just knows.
He
Yeah,
just-
no, I don't. I
he's
do
just
not.
well prepared,
I
man.
as,
Well
as prepared as I am.
I do my
I don't
homework.
know Jordan Martinook's goal number tonight. I got Aho. That's it. All right, we got a game. It's fun to have a game. It's fun
Yes.
to have a game.
Speaking of snap shows, remember Thordy when he would come to the bench and he'd have a shot from the corner, goalie would save it. He would come to the bench and like slam the door like that. I'm like, dude, in what world do you think you should have scored?
And he'd be like, how does that not go in for me?
Yeah, exactly. How did that go in? And I knew him good enough so I could sometimes I knew he'd back off, and sometimes like, hey, me and Keto would just be laughing like, hey, look at this idiot.
And you're like, I don't know how it didn't go in.
Yeah. Hey, good shot, dude. Next time. You get it next time.
Let's go.
Oh,
I thought he had more room than that.
I know.
A little back and forth here. It's just
Yeah.
sloppiness.
Game
Both
has been
sides.
so quick today.
All right, Laura, take it coast to coast.
You can tell he's got that forward mentality, huh?
Yes,
He does. He
He
wants to jump up.
He does.
Defense?
But he's been doing some moves in the ozone, like backhand toe
Yes.
drags and stuff, that people are probably like, what is this?
Yeah.
Well, that's it. You're just trying to. All you're doing, you see the wingers are just trying to keep them in front, and then all of a sudden he's doing a backhand, and you're like,
Yeah.
what's this kid doing?
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
Team Bergeron assists for
Yes,
kids, folks.
let's go.
Make sure you support that, Avidia Bank.
City Bank.
It's a great program, Patrice.
What are you donating? $37,000?
Yes, we're the bank and I are donating for the Metro West families to play hockey.
Love it.
Perfect. And you can be coaching.
Yeah,
That's it.
I'll do a skate every year with the kids. It's fun. Great to partner with someone that gives back, right, to the community.
Yes, it sure is. Get more kids involved.
I don't know if the ice is
I was just thinking
not
that too.
good right now or everything is rolling off of everyone.
Tennis ball out there.
Yeah, exactly. Burnsy.
Another
Everything
one
goes through, man.
And they're,
Oh,
what
what
a
a
save.
save.
Corpy.
That's a
Loved
save.
it.
Needed that one.
Another
Oh,
shot.
if
But
he held on to
everything
that,
goes
it would have been
That
even
would've
better.
been-
That's
yeah,
kinda-
you're right. That was a big save.
A little push by Carolina. You gotta be careful there.
Get a little look at that when the replay.
Oh,
on our
right there.
Split box. It's fancy. It's kind of been an opposite type of Carolina game offensively, where they've gotten good chances but low shot volume.
Yeah.
I agree.
Usually it's the
They
other
shoot
way. where
everything,
They shoot
yes.
everything, and you get some freebies. Corpy hasn't had many freebies tonight. He's had to grind for those 17 saves.
These games for goalie are usually they're harder because
Yeah.
CC.
both feet up in the air on that one.
That's going on the bloopers.
oh my goodness.
Yeah, even if he has he doesn't have a nick or anything, he's going back to the bench.
Yeah.
check my blade.
Something's
Keto, I need a
wrong.
new blade.
This what's his name?
Kochetkov.
Kochetkov.
Yeah.
He's calmed down quite a bit from 3 years
It's
ago.
gotten much better.
Yeah.
This game's pretty good. He's
pretty explosive,
got some
too,
good
you know.
pop, yeah.
Yeah.
You meaning he was too?
He was all over the place.
Yeah.
He was
too busy.
yeah.
I think we've had the whistle on the goal, and that was it. This
Crazy.
Keep it going.
Yeah.
Don't jinx it, Razor.
I know.
I know.
That's a jinx. That's more of a jinx than a shoot
Dude,
shutout.
backup goalie should know that. You never say that. The equipment guys be losing their minds right now.
That's it.
That's another thing I would do on purpose multiple times a year. It's like, hey, this game's going pretty fast. Like, Tooks, come on. Then 3 commercial breaks in 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's it. Oh,
Already past the halfway.
that's it.
We need that line to give us a energy shift.
Yeah, keep it in there, grind it out.
Yeah,
muck it up.
exactly. A little zone time.
Smart, good play. Keep it.
Oh,
Oh, don't take a penalty.
yeah.
Did he
that would've
did he
been-
whack the stick?
I think he did.
Did you see what Draisaitl did the other day?
No.
There's some video that he was carrying the puck up, and I think it was a forward defending him in the neutral zone. He whacked his stick out of his hand and just kept skating.
Really?
Yeah, it was like he was reaching for the stick or the puck. Draisaitl kind of like whacked the stick out of his hands and just skated around it.
We got the replay right there. That's
That's save of the game right
It's
there.
on Rantanen too.
Rantanen can't buy one. Taylor Hall.
Suck on that run.
Halsey.
Finn.
Finn on Finn.
Finn action.
You can't believe it.
He got some good wood on that too. that
Yeah, he
shot.
ripped it. Omaha. Looking for the Omaha.
I don't think
It
Cass,
doesn't
like-
work as
yeah,
good
You know,
here as it does in the alumni games. All right, we get our first whistle, first commercial break coming up. Big goal by Morgan Geekie, his second of the game. We'll be right back. Bruins 2-2 late in the third. We're back. Unobstructed Views presented by Coors Banquet. A huge goal by the first line for the Bruins in that third period here, boys.
yes. Great play all around. You know, Pasta going to the net. Geeky, like as I said, he just went all the way up. He's in on the forecheck, but then he realized that Zach is there, so then he comes back out to try to defend. But then, you know, when you're in a good defensive position, you're always in a good position defensively as well, because he came back down. He worked his way up. Then he's working way back to the net because he's seeing that Pasta's got the puck and he's right there.
Yeah, I liked it. He was ready for that one-timer, and then he saw Pasta taking it to the net, and he's gonna crash the net and hold something. It hits his skating right to
Gets on his backhand.
Yeah.
Kochetkov couldn't play it any better.
No.
Broken play out in front of him.
But it's also smart because, like, he's coming up and he's trying to, the D's coming down to keep the puck inside the zone, and he goes up to try to take his position
Yeah.
to be in a good defensive position.
Yeah.
But then by doing that, he kind of hides from, like, the defenders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he works his way, but keeps his speed, and he keeps coming down towards the net
Right.
because when he realizes that Pasta's got the puck, so.
And because Carolina plays man on man,
Right.
that's
Guy
even
loses
harder
it.
for them
Yes.
when they go up
Because
top,
there's a switch right there, right?
Yes.
The D went down on the wall.
Yeah.
Great example for kids. Good defense leads to good offense. Right?
That's what I was trying to get to.
Yeah, there you go. I got you.
You know, that's why we're a team, right?
That's why we're a team.
it.
Yep.
Let's go, Elias.
Oh, should have missed my much looking high blocker.
They're getting the chances.
Up D.
They've outplayed them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Flat out. They've outplayed them. I mean,
Look at that shot clock. Wow, you don't see that
Salad.
often.
Oh,
See right there, Corby?
Oh.
Freeze it.
freeze it.
Don't give it back to me now.
Oh. All right, we better get to our thumbs up, thumbs down, Casey.
Yeah, why
the
do I
game
have this?
actually might
Casey,
end
what
here.
is
I just
this?
realized that we're like cooking along here. There might not be another break. What do you got for us, Casey? What do you got?
All right, I'll read the statement out of context, and you guys let me know if you agree or disagree. The first one, of course, Alex Ovechkin will retire if he breaks Wayne Gretzky's scoring record this season.
Okay, retire immediately at the moment or retire after the season?
As soon as the goal passes the goal line.
is in.
Drops his gear, gets out of there.
Yeah, he's going to retire after the season.
Hey, I'm
if he
going to say
breaks.
thumbs up because I don't want to jinx it. I've been saying that he's not going to get it this year. He's not going to. So now let's just say that he's going to retire after.
It's getting close.
I say he comes back next year with the hopes of Olympics next season. Obviously, there's some political stuff there, but I'm going to say he comes back. This season's been too easy, them Washington winning all those games.
It's too easy. They're definitely a wagon. The next one's going to be Connor Hellebuck. Will be the first goalie since Carey Price in 2015 to win the Hart Trophy. Currently 36 wins on the season, .925 save percentage. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
He'll definitely be in the.
I would like to see that, but I think there's so many good players that they're.
McKinnon's on the.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Ellie.
Kucherov, you go down the. It's just hard for a goalie to win it now. There's too many points being scored.
You
Back
need to
then,
be like
Carey. It was like
these numbers were.
they only had, and there was like a guy who got 95 points that won the, and now it's like 150. You just have to be so good. So I'm saying no.
The ante has been upped. The next one is the Carolina Hurricanes will finish with more than 100 points. As of today, ahead of this matchup, obviously, Canes were sitting at 76 points, 12 points behind the crushing Caps.
100 points?
Will they hit 100? More than 100.
I think they could get 100.
Yeah, 99.
Yeah, they'll be high 90s.
All right.
High
2
90s.
down, 1 up. High 90s. Fans will love this one. The Maple Leafs will win.
Case, we're going to commercial. We got a big scrum, so hold on to that last couple questions. We'll crank those out of the gates. We'll let these guys figure it out in front of the net as they beat each other up. And he got hit with a skate earlier. He's just not having a good night at all.
No.
Punched in the face.
Please, no.
We'll be right back. 2-2.
We are back with Unobstructed Views, and we've got another question for thumbs up, thumbs down that the guys are going to be in the hot seat for. I mentioned that fans may or may not love this one. So, gentlemen, it's on you. The Maple Leafs will win the Atlantic Division. Toronto is currently tied with Florida at 79 points as the Lightning try to nip at the heels to climb to the top.
Oh, my God. This is not a good option there.
No.
I'll take Tampa. I'm going Tampa.
Yeah,
there you
that's
go.
the best
I like
of
that.
the options.
Yeah,
the
yes,
best
it
of the
is.
options. Tampa made their big deals. Vasilevsky's hot. I think Tampa sneaks up.
That's some big
I know, we
deals.
got the home returns. That's why we went for the question earlier here on Unobstructed Views. Everyone's trying to go back to the hockey club they love most.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Well, that was the last one, guys, so thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you,
I think we
Casey.
agreed on most.
Case, great job tonight. Thank you so much. We're going to go look for a stretch run win and get you on the winning board today.
I give
All
that a
right?
thumbs up,
1-0-1. 1-0-1.
Thank
Thumbs
you.
up.
Thank you.
Thanks, Case.
Thank you.
It's true, huh? Tampa with the Gord bringing them back.
Yeah.
Getting the old band back together, getting Stammer maybe tomorrow.
Yeah. Stammer's doing anything. He's
Just get me out of Nashville,
Yeah,
yeah.
call Breezewell off the hook for that one. Oh, Corpy doesn't like that. The late icing call, huh? Goalies hate that.
Yeah. Well,
It's embarrassing.
yeah.
Linesman showing you up.
Ooh.
Get in there.
Yeah.
It's awfully tired, huh? Looked like he had no legs.
He was in on the forecheck just before
long
that.
shift.
But I agree that you want to try to create a stall somehow.
Yeah, pull up and take it a little further in.
I think that's what you need now at this point in the game. You want to create some zone time.
Yeah.
You don't want to play that back and forth game,
No,
right? Because that
no,
can be
because that
dangerous.
just opens up the door for.
So like hold on to it a little bit more, a little longer.
Like not
Yeah,
that.
stay away
no
from
home
that.
place.
Yeah, at that point, like this line goes out there and you enter the zone.
Yeah.
You got to know what you're out there for.
And
You
he
keep
holds
them-
it, and then
yeah.
they can get a commercial break that we're
Yeah.
going to get now, but it's a face-off deep in the zone. We'll be right back. Unobstructed Views.
Last one, I hope.
This one. This is it. Final commercial break of the night. We're back here, Unobstructed Views, presented by Coors Banquet, official partner of the Boston Bruins. 3:37 left, 2-2 in Carolina. The Bruins have played fantastic tonight. Really good push. Gave up a shorty early. Were able to get a late goal in the first period, and then giving up a weird one in the second, but getting a great goal early in the third. It's just been a real good, solid road period. Love to see them get rewarded for it. They deserve it at this point.
They really do. You're right. It was huge to get that goal right off the bat in the third too, because
Yeah, it's hard to find that goal as the period goes
Yes,
on.
I agree.
Huh?
You're
you get
chasing at that
it.
point. Yeah. And the other team is closing you and taking away the.
Yeah, if you're playing a good team like Carolina, they know how to play with that one.
Play you on the
goalie,
outside, right? They'll just like kind of give you the perimeter and not let you come in. No, that was huge for sure. At this point, it's more like you got to be careful with the puck, right? Like you got to be careful on
right decisions.
You know, the high danger passes and plays that you want to make, and kind of like be very decisive with your decision making, because that can be hurtful. All right, there. Go in the zone. Put it deep.
Get your matchup.
Yeah.
I think he should have kept going, though.
I think so, too. It's just like you just giving up possession, right?
Yeah.
Oh, my.
And then because of the change, the D have to back in because they can't hold the line.
All right, Pasta.
This will work, though.
Yeah.
He's not going to dump it in.
Please, no.
He's not going to.
He'll dangle on the blue line. I don't care.
Yeah.
The thing is, he makes it happen.
Oh, of course,
does,
yeah.
yeah.
Just because I can.
That's right.
You know what I mean? That's probably what he thinks.
The best are when those kind of players, when the coaches tee up like a dump-in drill in
They're just
in
not.
practice, and they refuse to do it. I remember in Colorado, Milan Hajduk, they had like a closeout drill, like a surf drill, but the forward wasn't supposed to try and make a move. Like you're supposed to just like chip it in. It was like a defensive drill. He was like,
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Yeah, why do I practice? I never do this again.
Yeah, what are we doing? This is the stupidest thing ever.
We just got another bloopers by Brando right there.
Oh,
Oh,
look
my,
at-
Brando,
no.
come on, bud.
Oh, no.
No.
No,
There you go.
Thank
Good
you.
read.
Good back check by
CC.
Cease.
nobody deserved that.
Let's
Good
go.
luck.
Boss's line back out. Like it.
Oh.
Great idea.
I think they were setting that up, but then Pasta steered away. Oof.
Good to get him on his backhand there.
Yeah.
Oh, God. All right, tighten it up here.
Yeah.
No.
No way.
No.
Ballsy. Did that go off?
I think it went
Lowry, yeah, it was
Lowry.
going wide. Lowry. He tried to get out of the way, too, I think.
They worked way too hard for this.
Oh, my God.
They're
Offside?
challenge it.
Oh, that'd be good.
Offside? See, if I picked Matty Myers before the
You
game.
did, and you called it in the intermission. This would have been it for a star. Oh, you might be way ahead of it there.
I was thinking about that, actually. Like, I was like, man, he looked like he was already halfway in the zone before the camera got
Get
got
back
there.
to it. Get back to it.
Look,
Oh
he tried to
my
get out of the
God.
way.
Oh my God.
Was it on that? It seemed like it wasn't.
No, it was
on net.
way
It was his left foot. Like it wasn't even his right. It was going into that North Carolina Fanatic sign over on the side.
Offside.
They deserve this.
They
call.
seem pretty confident.
They-
so-
you
I
went
was
to
going
it
to
right
say,
away.
they seem,
Yeah.
He went right to it.
I bet you Matty Myers called it before.
oh, that's
Yeah, it's off.
a mile offside,
It looks
isn't it?
off.
Again, that's
Tough
that
angle,
call
but-
where the ref or the linesman now just waved that off.
Might as well
Like, they
do-
don't even
yeah.
think about
I
it.
like it, actually.
Yeah,
I like
it
that.
is.
Because there's a chance it might be, like.
Come on. Nope.
Yeah, he's in the zone. It's offside.
But so this is what Matty's watching.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, and
So
it's probably even better than
Better-
this. Too.
yeah,
They
so
have
they-
like some program.
They
As
know
the
that.
play is going on, he can actually start.
Yeah,
looking
he can.
at it.
Yeah.
So you would have. That's nice and quick. Oh, I love it.
There you go.
Matty Myers.
Matty
first
Myers.
star. Matty.
Yes.
Matty boy.
I said it.
I know you did. You did call it.
That would have been
Halsey.
Taylor Hall and
Sorry, man.
Rantanen can't buy a break.
He is not happy with that. That is deflating, though. If you just scored a goal and then they take it right back,
Yeah.
you're like, are you serious?
Yeah.
The flip side is nice, though, when you're...
Yeah, when you just caught a break.
Yeah.
They had this rule in play, too, because our goals against and save percentage would have went up a little bit and down. Like, how many do you think offside calls probably that never would have gotten reviewed back in the day?
Right.
Probably worth like 10 or 15 in the career.
Yeah, you're right.
Probably 6 or 7 where you knew it was offside and you're like not happy about it.
And there's nothing you do.
Nothing anyone could do about it. All right, now you catch a break. Don't.
Yeah, you need to be...
Nothing silly here. Go get it, Nikita.
Yeah, that's your pick
He
right there.
scores, dude. Start of the game.
Let's
Nice.
go.
Yeah,
Nice
good play.
play.
Good stick.
Face off with a minute left in their zone. I like that.
Playing the goal song.
Yeah, why are they
Bruins
doing
song.
that?
That guy doesn't know what he's doing.
He doesn't know.
Fire that DJ. The Bruins might not ever be able to change the goal song. Like, it might be the longest running
It'll be
goal
hard,
song
Yeah.
ever
Yeah.
by the end of it. It's just can't imagine hearing something else.
No, I don't think it's... Do teams change them? They do, I guess.
They do, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. The Ranger one, that's been around a long time.
They should do like baseball, like
The walk-up
walk-up song. Do like each guy has
guy.
their own
Yeah, it's got his own song.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
No.
Keep it there. What's that?
Oh, no.
No. No. That did not just happen.
Oh, my God.
Are you kidding me right now?
Did that really just happen?
Hey, you're hot. You're hot.
That's crazy.
You gotta be kidding me.
That is
Oh my God.
Oh, my God.
Talking about bad bounce.
I don't know.
Second
if
and
I've
third
seen
goal
one
are both like
worse than that.
That's
that is clear.
I don't know. Do we blame the equipment staff on this? Maddie? Do we blame Maddie? Maddie didn't check the sticks.
Do we take it back?
All of that
Praising
work by Matty.
Yeah.
Yeah, do we take it back?
Look, he's like
Keto's not in the All-Star game anymore for the trainers.
Gave him the broken stick, dude.
No.
Oh, that's
All you can do is laugh. That's unbelievable.
that was your start of the game
that
right
was the
there.
start of the game.
I know.
Yeah, I didn't want to bring it up.
I know. I mean, look, they were they were gone too. That's wild.
My
I mean,
God.
nothing worse is you can't get on angle. You can't find the puck. Corpy's so far behind.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
that's
crazy.
When it's not going your way, it's not going your way.
No,
that's just
right.
that.
But then you got to look at that. I just said it, but like, look at that second goal. Goes off a stick. Then you think they catch a break with that offside, and this happens.
Yeah. I mean, great game.
I mean, they played a great game.
played so good.
They played a great game.
and they get dealt
On the
with
road
that.
in Carolina, it's not easy to play.
man.
About adversity and
They
everything
get-
else.
Yeah.
Holy smokes! I
That's
can't believe
deflating
that
to
happened.
leave the rink with that effort, with, like empty-handed.
You know, it's happened before, kind of like you lose games like this, where you think that you were supposed to
Yeah.
you deserve to win.
Yes.
But if you have the cushion, you're number 1 or 2 in the division, yeah, sure.
You can't
then-
afford right
But
now.
now it's like,
And you can laugh off the broken stick in
Yeah.
the morning. You can make
Not
but
now.
Not now.
Yeah.
No, that's
sucks.
That's just
Feel
a
bad for the guys.
kick in the guts.
I know.
Corp, he was so good too.
So good.
He played so good.
Look at this.
Yeah, that save
So,
was
save was so good.
Well.
And again, just the point, the overtime. I feel bad for the guys. Didn't deserve that at all.
We don't need to see this.
No,
that's
definitely don't
painful.
need these guys.
Cut the film. Yeah, what is
The
this?
silliest thing. I can't believe they're still doing this. Silliest thing. It was funny one season. It was okay. Crazy.
I didn't know they were still doing that.
Yeah.
But they're kind of keeping it more.
Maybe keeping it quiet.
Oh, well.
All right, folks. Unobstructed views. A brutal loss for the Bruins. They played so well tonight. Carolina wins 3-2 on a last-minute goal. Fellas, it was fun on the
Yeah, it was
couch
fun.
tonight.
This
Great.
was fun. I like
we
it.
had a
Good to be
good
back at it. Yeah.
Good vibe. We
We'll
were
be back
back. St. Patty's Day.
Yes.
Circle it on your calendar, folks. Unobstructed views presented by Coors Banquet. Have a great night.